Hey yo, what is up? Welcome to the channel. Hey, after months of looking and then weeks and weeks of waiting, it's finally here. Took quite some time to get in, obviously, with everything going on with new cars. Did another video a little bit talking about that, but let's jump in and explore this brand new Toyota Tacoma. Start out here on the side because it's got the badging right here, so you can see it's a black 2021 TRD Off-Road 4x4. One of the things I really like about the side badging on this, some of the other side badgings have that red kind of through here. This is all just grayed out, a little bit of white, so I think on the black truck it actually looks a lot better. I like not having the red. In fact, some of the red and stuff, maybe at some point I'll even get rid of, you know, maybe smoke out the mirrors or something, or the lights. We'll have to see, but definitely like the badging on this. The other thing about the TRD Off-Road is you've obviously got the flares, so with the metallic black, and then you combine that with the kind of matted out fender flares, I think it's a nice look to the truck. All right, let's open her up and take a look at the interior. One of the first things you'll notice, one of the first things that I noticed when I started looking at the 2021s was the two-tone seats, especially on the black truck. The two-tone seats, I think they're freaking awesome. This one I did get the all-weather mats as well as the door seal. It actually came with carpet mats, and honestly, why you'd put carpet mats in a TRD Off-Road or a Tacoma, maybe in general, I don't know, is beyond me. Now I live where there's a lot of snow, and so obviously you've got to have all-weather mats. The carpet mats just wouldn't cut it. Obviously you've got a lot of storage. You know, open this up, this side's a lot bigger, side's a little bit smaller, but good size storage in here. This is actually the I don't even know what these are called, but it's basically for the bed rails that you saw in the back of the bed. It's going to be able to use as a tie down. So got those in there. Haven't even broken them out yet. Haven't needed them to haul anything, but that's obviously kind of nice as far as storage goes. One thing, and I've done this before, you got to watch out for is got to make sure that those seat belts don't get pulled down in there. Then you've got the strap here. Pull it down. Again, this is stuff that just kind of came with it. If you want a front license plate, don't know why you'd ever want a front license plate. But you got some more storage in here. I'll get some things in here, some more hooks and some stuff. Obviously, I think a lot of these are quite often for, you know, car seats or stuff like that, but different places that you can actually use to hook things in. Always make sure that, you know, put it back up so it doesn't rattle. Coming in, checking out the other side, same kind of thing here. Lift it up. Obviously this is a much bigger space, much bigger compartment. It does connect through. It comes up a little bit here, but obviously connects through. Even though this is a bigger space, this is obviously where your kind of stock jack is, so that's going to take up a little bit of that room. One thing that is a little tricky, like I mentioned, is you've got these seat belts that kind of flop down, so you have to almost push them up. Hold this one up in place as you kind of flick that down with your arm, but you know, you got to make sure that you don't get those buried in there. And then you got the pull bar on this one as well. Comes back, pretty big storage compartment right behind there. So looking at the back, you've got the Tacoma right in there. A lot of people put the black overlays. Nice thing about the black truck is that it's already got those in it. And then of course you've got your camera here, dampener for how these come down, and then you're looking at, one of the things I really like is the composite bed that already comes in it. You can see did a little bit of hauling of stuff already. It's a little bit dirty. You've got the I think they're called D-rings that are in both sides here. It's going to be able to strap stuff down. And then if you come around here, You can see you've got these other hooks, one on each side, to be able to hook things down as well. So this is the shorter bed, but still obviously pretty nice. One of the upgrades that actually came with this was the bed lights. It wasn't something originally I was looking at doing. I know that the bed lights is kind of an easy mod that you can do. I don't know if it's angled like this normally, or maybe they're probably all the same, but it's kind of nice. You can see how bright these are. I mean, we're in bright middle of the day sun and you can still see these. Big shout out to Rob Motive and his channel. If you've ever watched it, if you haven't, you should check it out. But you know, it's one of those things where he was talking about different mods that you could do that can maybe factory installed, and this one wasn't that much more to have it already factory installed. And because it came with this model, I decided it wasn't, you know, instead of waiting for something that didn't have it, I figured I might as well just get it and already have those included in the truck. And then onto the interior. Man, barely had it a week and it's already dirty. But you can see these are kind of nice. They've obviously got the Toyota branding in them. They're locked in. Pretty good fit. Obviously they're made for it, so they should be a good fit. Again, two tones on the seats just look awesome. All right, so I got it fired up. Again, this was just a quick walk around. Didn't jump into really engine, any of that kind of stuff. Talk about that maybe in another video. You know, there is a lot of talk about the mid-size truck and is it cramped or how big is it? Again, I guess it's all based on what you've been driving. If you're going to be switching into one, if you're going from a full size into a mid-size, yeah, there's probably going to be a little bit of a getting used to it or some growing pains. But you know, I'm 5'10", so obviously not too tall, not too short, kind of a very average height. But you can see, I mean, I got plenty of room right here. You know, I came from a 4-door sedan. I mentioned that before, driving a 2017 Nissan Maxima. You know, that had good size space, but I don't know that it felt a whole lot more spacious for me, at least as the driver in the front. Now, maybe if you're in the back, that's a different story. But honestly, you know, probably 8 times out of 10 I'm driving by myself, and the other 2 times that someone's with me, probably only one of those is somebody in the back, right? So maybe 1 out of 10 do I have somebody in the back, 1 out of 10 there's somebody driving with me, and then the other 8 times I'm pretty much driving on my own. So I think it's plenty spacious. For me, it definitely gives me everything that I'm looking for, and excited to see what's next and what we're gonna do with this truck. And I've got some different ideas about where I want to go with it, but at least in the beginning, you know, it's all stock right now. And so there's really only 3 things that came in this package. There was the bed lights that I'd mentioned before, the technology package, and then the mud flaps. So the mud flaps, as you can see, those already came factory installed. You know, a lot of people complain about how rigid they are, and maybe they're not the best, but it was part of the package. So it was one of those things where it was already going to come and there wasn't a whole lot that I could do about it. They weren't all that much as far as adding up the price. You know, one of the things when you're looking at, you know, what's available in 2021 is you got to kind of look at what is available. What do you want? How bad do you want it? Do you want to wait to get the perfect vehicle? Are you okay with what's coming in? And that's kind of how I looked at it, right? The technology package was something I absolutely wanted. I'll talk about why on a future video. The bed lights was something I actually had considered doing a mod for, so I wasn't really looking for that. But again, after watching another YouTuber say, hey, when you look at the cost of this, it's not that much, and it's already in and it's already done. So I figured that's not a bad addition to the Tacoma. If you're interested in trucks, you're interested in Tacomas, mods, you know, there's some mods that I'm already considering. Right now we're running completely stock, like I said, and I'm actually interested to provide some feedback on the stock Tacoma itself. As a stock Tacoma, how is it, right? We see a lot of great YouTube channels with some amazing mods to it, but if you're just starting out, you've got that truck payment, are you really ready to mod it, and what's it like as a mod? So check it out. Hopefully subscribe to the channel. If you could, smash that like button, that helps me out a ton, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.